Do you dream of speaking English with confidence, but the words never come out? Don't worry, you're not alone. And today, I'll show you how to break the silence and unleash your English voice. Chapter 1. Lost at First. When you start with English, the first thing you feel is fear. You sit with a book. You look at the words. Your mouth wants to move, but nothing comes. Your mind feels empty. You know you have thoughts inside you. You know you have feelings you want to share. But when it is time to speak, everything disappears. This is the silent pain that almost every learner feels. And maybe you feel it now. I remember this feeling. I remember sitting in class while other students spoke. They said full sentences. They laughed. They seemed so free. I was not free. I was locked inside my silence. I wanted to stand up and shout. I wanted to tell the world, I can speak too. But the truth was I cannot. My sentences were broken. My words were lost. I felt small. I felt weak. I felt like I would never catch up. Do you feel this too? Do you sometimes think maybe English is not for you? My friend, I want you to know something very important. You are not alone. Every learner in the world has felt this. Even the best speakers once felt lost. The silence you feel now is not the end of your story. It is only the beginning. Think about a child. A child does not know how to make sentences at first. They only know one word. They cry. They point. They repeat. And slowly, day by day, that one word grows. It becomes 2 words, then 3, then a full sentence. Did the child stop because it was hard? No. The child kept going. And he can too. When I was lost, I used to blame myself. I thought maybe I was not smart enough. I thought maybe I was too late to learn. But then I learned the truth. English sentences are not magic. They are not a secret gift that only some people have. They are built step by step, and anyone can build them, even you, especially you. The first time you try to make a sentence, it will feel broken. It will not sound perfect. You will feel strange. You may even laugh at yourself. But that is okay. That is how it begins. You are not supposed to be perfect now. You are only supposed to be brave. Because bravery is the first step to every victory. So if you feel lost right now, I want to take a deep breath. Smile. And tell yourself, this is not the end. This is my first step. You're not behind. You're not weak. You're simply standing at the door of a new world. And the key to that door is in your hand. The key is a small sentence. Even the smallest sentence can open the biggest door. Well, I made my first real sentence. I remember the feeling. It was not perfect, but it was mine. I built it. And when I heard myself say it, something changed inside me. It was hope. It was light. It was proof that I could do this. And you will feel the same. So never fear being lost. Being lost only means you're searching. And people who search always find. Your search for sentences will lead you to fluency. Your silence today will lead to your voice tomorrow. Trust yourself. Stay with me. Because from this moment, you're no longer lost. You are found. Chapter 2. The Power of One Word. When you feel lost in English, the first step looks too big. You think you must already know grammar. You think you must already make long sentences. And because you cannot, you stop. But here's the truth, my friend. You do not need to start with grammar. You do not need to start with big sentences. You only need one word. Yes, one word is enough to begin. Think about this. Every long sentence you hear is only a group of words. Every speech, every story, every book is made of words. And every word is a seed. From one seed grows a tree. From one word grows a sentence. From one sentence grows your fluency. So do not look at the tree and feel weak. Hold the seed and feel strong. I remember the day I discovered this power. I knew only a few words. I thought it was not enough. But then I tried. I took one word. The word was water. Simple, small, easy. I said it. I repeated it. I looked at water in my glass and spoke the word again. Then something happened. My brain asked, "What can I say with this word?" And slowly, the word became a sentence. I want water. 3 small words. A full thought. A full sentence. And in that moment, I understood. Sentences grow from single words. Maybe you feel weak because you only know a few words. But let me tell you something important. Those few words are not small. They are powerful. They are your tools. Do not wait until you know 1,000 words. Begin with 10. Begin with 5. Even one word is enough to open the door. When a child learns to speak, they do not wait until they know every word. They begin with mama. They begin with milk. They begin with ball. And parents smile. Why? Because they know that one word is the beginning of more. And soon that child will make sentences. You are the same. Your one word can become 2. 2 can become 3. And 3 can become many. Let me give you an example. Take the word book. Look at it. Say it. Repeat it. Now another word, my. Say, my book. That is a sentence. Then add more. This is my book. Another sentence. Then change it. I read my book. Another. Do you see? From one word you can build many sentences. You can grow. You can expand. You can feel the power in your own voice. Do not let people tell you that one word is nothing. One word is the start of everything. A mountain begins with one small step. A story begins with one small word. And your English journey begins the same way. One word at a time. So here's what I want you to do. Think of one word you know in English. Say it now. Whisper it. Shout it. Feel in your mouth. Now, turn it into a sentence. Even if it is short, it is real. Even if it is simple, it is powerful. You just created English with your own voice. That is something to be proud of. The power of one word is this. It destroys fear. You no longer say, "I cannot make a sentence." You say, "I can. I just did." That feeling will push you forward. That feeling will make you brave. And soon, one word will not be enough for you. You will want more. You will search for more. And you will find them. Remember, my friend, do not wait for tomorrow. Do not wait for the day you know many words. Begin today. Begin with one. One word is enough to change your life. One word is enough to start your English story. And that story will grow, just like you. Chapter 3. First sentences, first wins. There is a special moment in every English journey. It is the moment you make your first real sentence. Not just one word, not just a copy of the teacher, but a sentence that comes from you. A sentence that carries your thought. A sentence that makes you feel alive. That moment is small, but it is also big. It is the first win, and it can change everything. I remember my first sentence. I was scared. My heart was fast. I thought, what if I say it wrong? But I also thought, what if I say it right? So I tried. I said, I am Adam. Just 3 words. Simple. Easy. But when I heard myself, I felt something new. I felt proud. I felt strong. I felt free. That short sentence gave me power. It told me, you can do this. And I believed it. Maybe your first sentence will be small too. Maybe it will be, I am happy. Maybe it will be, this is my bag. Or maybe it will be, I like tea. These are not long sentences, but they are real. They are complete. They carry a thought. And when you say them, you are not silent anymore. You are speaking, and that is a victory. The world tells you to wait for big wins. They tell you fluency takes years. They tell you to study hard before you speak. But I want to tell you something different. You did not need to wait for a big win. You only need small wins every day. Your first sentence is a small win, but it is also the seed of all future wins. When you make your first sentence, you build trust with yourself. You hear your own voice. You see that English is not impossible. You understand that sentences are only words put together with courage, and that courage grows inside you. The first sentence is like the first step of a child. It is not perfect. It may look funny, but it is real. And once that step is taken, more steps will come. Think of a baby again. The baby does not wait until it knows how to run. It takes one step, then it falls, then it tries again. Soon it walks, soon it runs, and soon it plays. You are the same. Your first sentence may feel weak, but it is your first step, and from that step comes more. Do not be afraid of small sentences. Do not think they are useless. They are gold. They are the foundation of your fluency. You cannot build a tall building without first placing one brick. You cannot write a big book without first writing one line. And you cannot speak English fluently without first speaking one small sentence. So today, I want you to make your first win. Do not wait. Do not think too much. Say something simple. Say, I like coffee. Say, my name is Say. This is my phone. Speak it. Feel it. Celebrate it. That is your first win. Smile and be proud. Because you are no longer silent. You are no longer lost. You're on the path. And when you celebrate that first win, your brain will want more. You want a second win, a third win, 100 wins. This is how fluency grows. One win at a time, one sentence at a time. Remember this, my friend. The first sentence is not just words. It is a promise. It is your heart telling you, I can. It is your future calling you forward. It is proof that you're already on the way. So never ignore your first win. Hold it close. Remember it always. Because it is the moment you stop being silent and start being free. Chapter 4. Speak before perfect. Many learners wait. They wait for the perfect moment. They wait until they know more words. They wait until their grammar is strong. They wait until their accent is clear. And while they wait, time passes. Days become weeks. Weeks become months. Months become years. And they're still waiting. My friend, waiting for perfect is the biggest mistake. Because perfection never comes first. Speaking comes first. I know this because I used to wait too. I was afraid. I thought people would laugh at me. I thought I would make too many mistakes. I thought I should stay quiet until I was ready. But the truth is, I was never ready. And one day I realized something powerful. The only way to get ready was to speak. Speaking makes you ready. Speaking makes you strong. Speaking makes you better. Think about a child again. A child does not wait to speak until they know every word. They do not wait until grammar is correct. They just try. They say broken sentences. They use the wrong words. They mix things up. And what happens? They learn. They grow. They improve. You must do the same. If you wait, you stay silent. If you speak, you grow. The first time you speak, it will not be perfect. Your tongue will feel heavy. Your words may sound strange. Your grammar may be wrong. But that is not failure. That is progress. Every mistake is proof that you are moving forward. Every broken sentence is proof that you're trying. And trying is always better than silence. I remember the first time I spoke to a stranger in English. My voice was shaking. My sentence was wrong. I said, "I go store yesterday." The grammar was bad. But do you know what happened? The person understood me. They smiled. They answered. And I felt a fire inside me. I was speaking. I was being understood. And that was more important than grammar. Do not let fear stop you. Fear tells you to stay quiet. Fear tells you to wait for the perfect day. But there is no perfect day. The perfect day is the day you start. The perfect moment is now. When you speak, even with mistakes, you break the wall of silence. And once the wall is broken, it cannot stand again. Here is a secret. People do not care if your English is perfect. They care if you try. They care if you speak. They care if they can understand your heart. And trust me, they will. Even simple words, spoken with courage, carry great power. So stop waiting. Stop telling yourself, "Not yet." Stop telling yourself, "Maybe tomorrow." Tomorrow never comes. Speak today. Speak now. Say one sentence out loud. It may be wrong, but it is real. And real sentences are the bridge to fluency. Remember, my friend, fluency is not built on silence. Fluency is built on courage. Fluency is built on action. Perfection will come later, but only if you begin now. Speak before perfect, because perfect is not the start. Perfect is the result. So take a deep breath, smile, and speak. Your voice is waiting. Your future is waiting. And it begins the moment you open your mouth and let English live. Chapter 5. Listening shapes sentences. When you want to speak English, you often think first about grammar and words. But the truth is this. Before you speak, you must listen. Listening is the secret door to sentences. When you listen, your brain learns patterns. Your brain begins to hear how words connect. Your brain feels the rhythm of English. And slowly, those patterns come out of your own mouth. I learned this truth the hard way. At first, I studied grammar rules every day. I memorized tables. I memorized rules. But when I tried to speak, my senses were broken. I was stuck. Then I began to listen. I listened to simple stories. I listened to songs. I listened to people talk. And something amazing happened. My brain started to copy. Without even thinking, I began to use the same sentences I heard. Listening built my voice. Think about a child again. A child listens long before they speak. For months they only listen. They hear their parents. They hear people around them. They hear sounds, rhythm, and tone. And then one day, they speak. Not because they learned grammar first, but because their ears were full of sentences. You must learn like a child. Fill your ears, and your mouth will follow. When you listen daily, you give your brain food. Every sentence you hear is food for fluency. If you listen once, maybe you forget. But if you listen many times, your brain remembers. It builds a library inside you. And when you need to speak, your brain opens the library and gives you sentence. You did not even need to think too hard. It comes naturally. I remember one sentence I learned only from listening. It was, "How are you doing?" I never studied it in a book. I never saw the grammar explained. I only heard people say it again and again. One day I said it too, and it felt natural. That is the power of listening. It teaches you sentences without stress. Maybe you feel tired when you listen. Maybe you do not understand every word. That is okay. You did not need to understand every word. You only need to catch the music of English. Catch the feeling of how sentences move. Your brain is smart. It will collect what you need. Even if you do not notice, your brain is working for you. So make listening a part of your life. Listen to simple English every day. Listen when you wake up. Listen when you walk. Listen before you sleep. Do not treat it as study. Treat it as life. The more you listen, the stronger your senses will become. Remember this. Speaking without listening is like writing without reading. You cannot give if you never receive. Listening gives you the words. Listening gives you the order. Listening gives you the courage. And slowly, your own sentences begin to sound like the sentences you hear. So if you want to master sentences, start with your ears. Open them wide. Let English flow into you. Do not fight it. Do not worry if you miss some words. Just listen, again and again, and trust the process. One day, you will speak. And when you do, you will realize that your sentences are shaped by all the voices you heard. They are clear. They are strong. They are alive. Listening built them. Listening shaped them. And listening gave you the power to speak. Chapter 6. Repeat until it sticks. Repetition is not boring. Repetition is power. Many learners want new things every day. They think if they repeat, they are wasting time. But the truth is different. Repetition makes English live inside you. Repetition takes a weak sentence and makes it strong. Repetition makes your mouth remember. Repetition makes your brain automatic. Without repetition, Words escape. With repetition, words stay. I used to run from repetition. I wanted new lessons, new videos, new books. But every time I tried to speak, my sentences broke. I forgot words. I forgot order. I felt lost. Then one teacher told me, repeat one sentence 100 times. At first I laughed. I thought, that is too simple. But I tried. I took the sentence, I am learning English. I repeated it again and again. My mouth moved. My voice grew. And suddenly, the sentence became mine. It stuck. This is how the brain works. The first time you say a sentence, your brain is unsure. The second time, it feels better. The 10th time, it feels easier. And the 100th time, it feels natural. That is why repetition is not a waste. It is the road to fluency. Think about music. When you hear a song one time, you may not remember it. But when you hear it many times, you can sing it. You did not think. You just sing. English sentences are the same. Repeat them until they sing inside you. I remember walking to school, whispering sentences again and again. People looked at me strangely, but I did not care. I knew I was training my brain. I knew every repeat was making me stronger. And later, when I needed those sentences, they came without effort. That was the gift of repetition. Maybe you feel tired repeating. Maybe you think, I already know this. But do not stop. Knowing is not enough. You must feel the sentence in your mouth. You must feel it in your heart. Only then will it stay with you. Repetition is not about knowing. It is about owning. Here is what I want you to try. Take one simple sentence. For example, this is my phone. Say it now. Then say it again. Say it 10 times. Say it 20 times. Say it until you can say it fast. Say it until you can say it slow. Say it until you can say it without thinking. When you reach that point, the sentence is yours forever. Do not worry about sounding silly. Do not worry about mistakes. Focus only on building memory. The more you repeat, the stronger you become. Every repeat is a brick. And soon you will have a wall of strong sentences. Repetition also kills fear. The first time you say a sentence, you feel shy. The second time, you feel less shy. The 10th time, you feel brave. By the 100th time, you feel free. That is the magic of practice. So do not ask for a secret. Do not wait for a miracle. The secret is repetition. The miracle is daily practice. If you repeat, you will remember. If you repeat, you will improve. If you repeat, English will no longer be a stranger. It will be your friend. Remember, my friend, fluency is not about speed. Fluency is about strength. And strength is built by repeating. Again and again. Until it sticks. Until it becomes part of you. Until you can never forget it. That is the gift you give yourself when you repeat. Chapter 7. Mistakes become teachers. Many learners are afraid of mistakes. They think mistakes are shame. They think mistakes are failure. They think people will laugh. So they stay quiet. They hide their voice. But let me tell you a truth, my friend. Mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are your teachers. Every mistake you make is a lesson. Every mistake shows you the road to fluency. I remember the first time I spoke in front of my class. I wanted to say, I am hungry, but I said, I am angry. Everyone laughed. My face was red. I wanted to hide. But later, when I thought about it, I realized something. I would never forget the difference between hungry and angry. That mistake became my teacher. It gave me a lesson I carried for life. When you make a mistake, it feels painful. But pain is not always bad. Pain teaches. When you touch fire, you learn not to touch it again. In the same way, when you make a mistake in English, you learn the right way. Without mistakes, there is no real learning. Think about children again. Do they walk perfectly the first time? No, they fall. Again and again. But do they stop? Never. They keep falling, and every fall teaches them balance. Soon they walk. Soon they run. Mistakes were their teachers. You must learn like that too. Fall with your words. Stand up again. Each mistake makes you stronger. I used to fear mistakes. I stayed silent in many classes. I thought, if I did not speak, I cannot make mistakes. But I was wrong. Silence was my biggest mistake, because silence taught me nothing. Speaking, even with errors, taught me everything. Mistakes gave me the lessons that books never could. Maybe you feel shame when you speak wrong. Maybe people laugh. Maybe someone corrects you. But instead of feeling weak, feel proud. That mistake means you tried. That mistake means you spoke. That mistake means you are learning. And every time you try again, you improve. Here is something powerful. Native speakers also make mistakes. Even in their own language. They forget words. They say the wrong thing. They correct themselves. So why should you fear? If even native speakers make mistakes, then your mistakes are natural too. They only mean you're human. The next time you make a mistake, do not run from it. Write it down. Repeat the correct form. Use it again. Turn it into your friend. When you treat mistakes as friends, they will help you. They will guide you. They will never leave you. I remember a student who was so afraid of mistakes that he never spoke. One day I told him, make 10 mistakes today. He was shocked, but he tried. He spoke, and yes, he made mistakes. But something changed. He laughed. He learned. He grew. And soon, he was speaking more than ever before. So here is my advice. Do not try to avoid mistakes. Try to collect them. Each one is a treasure. Each one is a teacher. The more mistakes you make, the faster you learn. Remember this, my friend. Fluency is not the result of perfection. Fluency is the result of practice. And practice is full of mistakes. So speak bravely. Make errors. Learn from them. And keep moving. Because your mistakes are not the end of your journey. They're the teachers walking with you on the road to fluency. Chapter 8. Daily Life and Sentences. One of the biggest secrets of English fluency is this. You do not need special sentences for books. You do not need long, difficult grammar. You only need sentences from your daily life. Your life is full of English already. You just have to see it. You just have to speak it. When I first tried this, I was surprised. I looked around my room and I saw many chances to practice. I saw my bed and said, "This is my bed." I looked at my bag and said, "This is my bag." I went to the kitchen and said, "I am cooking rice." These are not big sentences. They were small, but they were real. And because they were real, they stayed in my memory. Daily life gives you endless practice. Every time you eat, you can speak. Every time you walk, you can speak. Every time you use your phone, you can speak. Do not wait for a classroom. Do not wait for a teacher. Your life is your classroom. Your life is your teacher. I remember one morning when I decided to speak all my actions. I woke up and said, "I am waking up." I brushed my teeth and said, "I am brushing my teeth." I made tea and said, "I am making tea." At first it felt funny, but after some days, it felt natural. Soon I did not need to translate in my head. The sentences just came. This is the magic of daily life sentences. They connect to your world. They connect to your feelings. They connect to your habits. Because of that, they are easy to remember. You do not forget them. You live them. Maybe you think your life is boring. Maybe you think, "I do nothing special." But that is not true. Your normal life is gold for English practice. Cleaning the room, opening the door, drinking water, sending a message, all are sentences. All are practice. You do not need to wait for special moments. Every small moment is a chance. Here is a small exercise for you. Take one day. Try to speak 10 sentences about your life. Do not write them first. Just look around and speak. Say what you see. Say what you do. Say what you feel. By the end of the day, you will notice something powerful. Those 10 sentences will stay with you. You will not forget them. They will be yours forever. I still remember the first time I used daily life sentences outside. I was in a shop. I wanted to buy apples. Before, I was afraid, but because I had practiced at home, I could say it. I said, "I want apples." The shopkeeper understood me. I was so happy. That one small moment gave me big confidence. And it came only because I practiced with daily life sentences. Do not think practice must be difficult. Do not think you need big textbooks. Look at your hands. Look at your room. Look at your food. Speak them in English. Every day. Again and again. That is how fluency is built. Remember this, my friend. English is not only in books. English is not only in classrooms. English is in your breakfast. English is in your walk. English is in your mirror. Use it. Live it. Speak it. When you do this, English will no longer be a subject. It will be your life. And when English becomes your life, sentences will flow from you naturally, without fear. Chapter 9. Talking to yourself. One of the most powerful secrets I discovered in my English journey was this. You can talk to yourself. Yes, it sounds simple. Some people may even laugh at the idea. But talking to yourself is not strange. It is smart. It is one of the best ways to master sentences. When you talk to yourself, you are both the student and the teacher. You give yourself practice every moment, without fear, without judgment. I remember when I started doing this. I was shy to speak with others. My sentences were broken. My voice was weak. I felt nervous in front of people. But then I tried speaking alone. I stood in front of a mirror and said, "Hello, how are you?" I answer myself, I am fine. Thank you. It was a simple conversation, but it felt real, and it gave me confidence. For the first time, I heard my voice in English, and it did not sound so strange anymore. Talking to yourself is practice without pressure. When you speak with other people, you fear mistakes. You fear being judged. But when you speak with yourself, there is no fear. You can make 10 mistakes, 20 mistakes, and nobody will laugh. Instead, you can learn. You can repeat. You can grow. That freedom makes you brave. I used to describe everything around me when I was alone. I would say, I am sitting on the chair. Then I would add, the chair is brown. Then I would continue, I like this chair. Sentence by sentence, my English grew. My brain learned how to connect words. My mouth learned how to move. And my confidence became stronger. The best part about talking to yourself is that you can do it any time. You did not need a teacher. You did not need a partner. You only need your own voice. Walking to school, talk to yourself. Waiting for the bus, talk to yourself. Cooking in the kitchen, talk to yourself. Every small moment can become practice. Sometimes, I even created small stories. I would say, I am walking to the park. I see a dog. The dog is happy. I play with the dog. These were not long or perfect stories, but they trained my brain. They helped me think in English, not in translation. That was the key. Talking to myself helped me stop translating and start living in English. Maybe you feel shy to do this. Maybe you think it looks silly. But let me ask you, which is better, looking silly for a few minutes or staying silent for many years? Talking to yourself may feel strange at first, but soon it feels natural. And when you finally speak to real people, you will notice something amazing. You already practiced. You already trained. The sentences will come faster. I remember the day I spoke with a foreigner for the first time. My hands are shaking, but the sentences came. Why? Because I had spoken them to myself many times before. My mouth remembered. My brain remembered. Talking to myself gave me the strength to talk to others. So do not wait. Start today. Stand in front of a mirror. Say your name. Say what you're doing. Say what you want. Pretend you're talking to a friend. Answer yourself. Build the conversation. Do it again tomorrow. Do it again the next day. Slowly, you will see the change. Remember, my friend, your best partner is always with you. Your best practice tool is always with you. It is your own voice. Talk to yourself. Talk every day. And soon, you will not only talk to yourself, you will talk to the world. Chapter 10. From Words to Feelings. English is not only words. English is not only grammar. English is also feelings. A sentence without feeling is empty. A sentence with feeling is alive. If you want to master English sentences, you must connect them to your emotions. When you do this, your sentences will not only be correct, they will be powerful. I remember the first time I felt this truth. I said the sentence, I'm happy. At first, I only said it like a student. It was just practice. But then I smiled. I thought about a moment when I was truly happy. And when I said it again, my voice was different. It was real. It was not only English. It was me. That small change gave me confidence. It showed me that words become stronger when they carry my heart. Think about this. When a child speaks, they do not think of grammar. They think of what they feel. If they are hungry, they cry and say, "I want food." If they are tired, they say, "I am sleepy." These sentences are simple, but they are full of emotion. That is why they are so powerful. You must learn like that too. Attach every sentence to a feeling. When you say, "I am tired," do not say it like a robot. Feel the tiredness. When you say, "I am excited," feel the joy. When you say, "I am afraid," feel the fear. This connection will help your memory. Your brain remembers best when a sentence carries emotion. That is why songs stay in your head, because they make you feel. Your sentences can be the same. I used to practice by connecting sentences to my daily mood. In the morning, if I felt lazy, I said, "I did not want to wake up." If I felt strong, I said, "I am ready today." If I was worried, I said, "I feel nervous." These sentences were not from a textbook. They were from my heart. And because they were real, I remembered them forever. Maybe you think learning must always be serious. But learning is also about living. Feelings are part of your life. Do not hide them. Use them. If you are sad, say in English. If you are angry, say in English. If you're proud, say in English. Let your feelings build your sentences. This will also help you speak with others. People connect with feelings more than words. If you say, "I am happy to see you," and your face shows it, the listener will feel your heart. They will not care about small grammar mistakes. They will care about your emotion. And that emotion makes communication real. I remember a day when I spoke with a teacher. My grammar was not perfect, but I said with true feeling, "I am very thankful to you." My voice was full of honesty. The teacher smiled and said, "Your English is beautiful." Not because it was perfect, but because it was alive. That is the secret. So do not learn only with your mind. Learn with your heart. Every time we practice a sentence, put life inside it. Do not be afraid to feel. Do not be afraid to show emotion. That is what makes you human. That is what makes English natural. Remember, my friend, words are only the body. Feelings are the soul. Without the soul, the body is empty. But with the soul, the body shines. Make your sentences shine. Connect them to your feelings. And you will see that English is not just a language. It is your voice. It is your heart. It is your life. Chapter 11. Practice creates confidence. Confidence does not come first. Confidence comes after practice. Many learners think they must feel brave before they speak. They wait for courage. They wait for the day when fear disappears. But that day never comes by itself. Confidence is not a gift you receive. Confidence is something you build, step by step, through practice. I know this because I was not confident at first. My hand shook when I spoke. My voice was low. My sentences broke. I felt small every time I opened my mouth. I thought confidence was something other people had, not me. But then I practiced. Every day, I spoke a little more. Every day, I repeated sentences. Every day, I faced my fear, and slowly my confidence grew. Practice is like exercise. The first time you lift a weight, it feels heavy. You are weak. But if you lift it again and again, your muscles grow. Soon the same weight feels light. Speaking English is the same. At first, even a small sentence feels heavy. But with practice, your sentences become light. Your voice becomes strong. I remember one special day. I was walking to school, and I repeated one sentence many times. I can do this. I said it again and again. When I entered the classroom, my fear was still there. But because I had practiced, I felt stronger. When the teacher asked me a question, I answered. My answer was not perfect, but my voice was clear. And in that moment, I realized something important. Confidence is created by practice. Maybe you think you're not ready. Maybe you think you're too shy. But remember this: nobody is born confident. Confidence is built, and the way to build it is to practice, even when you are afraid. Especially when you are afraid. Every time you speak, you win. Every time you try, you grow. Do not wait for big chances. Use small chances. Practice in front of the mirror. Practice when you are alone. Practice with your friends. Practice with your phone. Every word you speak is like a brick. Brick by brick, you build your confidence. One day, you will look back and see how tall your wall has become. I used to think mistakes destroyed my confidence. But I was wrong. Mistakes actually gave me more confidence. Because after each mistake, I learned something new. And the next time, I was better. Mistakes are not the end of confidence. They are the road to confidence. The more you practice, the more natural English feels. At first, you think too much. You ask yourself, is this right? Is this wrong? But after practice, the sentences flow. You do not think. You just speak. And that is when confidence is real. Here is something powerful you can do. Choose one simple sentence. Repeat it every day for 1 week. For example, I am learning English. Say it in the morning. Say it at night. Say when you walk. Say when you wait. After 1 week, notice the change. You will feel that the sentence is part of you. And that small feeling is the beginning of confidence. Remember, my friend, confidence is not magic. It is not a gift. It is practice. Practice today. Practice tomorrow. Practice always. And one day, you will open your mouth, and the words will come with strength. You will not whisper. You will not hide. You will speak with power. Because practice created your confidence. Chapter 12. Your voice in English. At the end of this journey, I want you to remember something very important. English is not only grammar. English is not only words. English is your voice. And your voice matters. Your voice is your story. Your voice is your truth. Your voice is your future. When you master English sentences, you are not just learning a language. You are finding your voice in the world. I remember the first time I truly felt this. I was speaking to a new friend in English. My sentences were simple. My grammar was not perfect, but my message was clear. My friend smiled and said, I understand you. At that moment, I felt something powerful. My English sentences were not just sounds. They carried my heart. They carried my thoughts. They carried me. That was my voice in English. You may feel small now. You may think your sentences are too weak. But let me tell you, every small sentence you speak is a piece of your voice. Do not compare yourself to others. Do not think you must sound perfect. Perfection is not the goal. Expression is the goal. If your sentence is short but true, it is powerful. If your sentence carries your feeling, it is enough. Think of the first time you said, "I am learning English." That was not only a sentence, that was a promise. It was your voice saying, "I am growing. I am changing. I am building my future." Every time you speak in English, you make that promise stronger. You tell the world, "I am here." Maybe you fear that your accent is not good. Maybe you fear that people will not respect you. But remember this. Your accent is your story. Your mistakes are your teachers. Your simple sentences are your building blocks. And all of them together make your English unique. Nobody else has your voice. Nobody else has your story. That makes you special. I used to hide my voice. I was afraid it was too broken. But the day I spoke freely, I felt free. I understood that my voice, even in English, was mine, and it was strong enough to carry my message. That is all that matters. Your message, your truth, your heart. So do not hide. Do not wait. Use your voice today. Say what you want, even if it is simple. Speak your feelings. Speak your thoughts. Speak your dreams. Every time you use your voice in English, it grows. It becomes clearer. It becomes stronger. And soon, you will not even recognize the shy voice you once had. You will hear a confident voice, a new voice, your English voice. This is why we learn sentences. Not for tests. Not for grammar books. Not for fear. We learn sentences so we can speak our truth. We learn sentences so we can connect with people. We learn sentences so we can open doors in life. Your voice in English is not only for others. It is for you. It is proof that you are stronger than silence. Remember, my friend, English is not only about words. It is about you. Your voice in English is waiting. It is growing with every sentence you speak. It is rising every time you practice. Do not let it sleep. Do not let it hide. Let live. Let shine. Because the world needs to hear your voice in English. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to unleash your English, your daily step to confidence, fluency, and freedom.